Okay, gang, shut up, because we've got a hot reaction to some breaking news. This is the biggest story, I think, in the world right now. Because Fruit Ninja is a very big game, and YouTube Red is... Oh, it's...
really unhelpful.
Whoever smelt it dealt it. I mean, it could still be good. They could still be good. Look, we got ninjas here. They're learning the ancient art of Juice-Jitsu, which sounds like it could be the title of, you know, the next book from a certain alt-right ringleader. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Look, see slapstick comedy and wacky weapons and bright colours. This looks like a hot series. Villains?
We can help people serve justice, eat up bad guys.
I must go.
Look, comedy old person.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that there's still some guy in that barrel?
Explain the joke, and then hammer the joke home with a confirmation. Boom! YouTube Red original series, Fruit Ninja Frenzy Force. Alright? That's something that I could do very little with from a content perspective, actually. Aside from what I'm doing now. I don't know why I'm doing this. It struck me as very, very, very funny to do when I saw Half Brick tweet Fruit Ninja Frenzy Force, and I clicked on it thinking, oh god, what the fuck is this? And then I found out it was a YouTube original cartoon. And then I said, right, I'm gonna do a trailer reaction to that, like I have done with, you know, video games that matter to my audience. Wouldn't it be hilarious if I did... Turns out it's not that funny, if we're being 100% honest with each other, and I like to think we're progressed along enough in our relationship now that we can be 100% honest with each other without hurting feelings, without crossing wires. And I think, yeah, I can admit to you all that wasn't funny enough. Maybe there was enough material in that trailer for someone better than me at riffing on things to do stuff with. Maybe that's something that proves the need for pre-written material, like how Mystery Science Theatre does it. Have you seen the new series, by the way? I'm only up to episode 2, but I've been enjoying it. It's hit or miss, but all of the original ones were hit and miss as well. I think the main issue with the new series is, at least when the movies start, they are letting the movie talk too much. I know some people have complained that their quips are too rapid fire, but that only really happens halfway through the film. I feel that it's only when they're racking up those one-liners that we're getting enough shit thrown at the wall that some of it sticks and it becomes really funny. The beginnings of the movies, where they're being kind of quiet and not chipping in too much, seem weak. And I don't think in the originals, you know, either the Mike or the Joel years, either really let up. You know, it was a constant, no line said in the film went without some sort of passing comment. And half the time that comment wasn't all that funny, and then the other half of the time it really was quite funny, and that's the nature of the thing. And that works, I think, over, you know, 60 to 90 minutes of film. A 1-minute trailer for something I know nothing about and, let's be honest, don't really care about. I mean, I had plans to do a different video today. I've pushed that to tomorrow. And that, I think, will be very entertaining, because I've already got the footage ready, and I know some talking points I'm going to bring up. But because I don't want to do 3 videos in one day, I'm pushing this one out first, because it's breaking hot news. And I don't think anyone else is talking about Fruit Ninja Frenzy Force or whatever. Yeah, that is what it's called, yeah. I think I might be the first hot take. I may not be. Maybe someone else has jumped on this. You know, Weedlord99XX has already jumped on this to give their hot take. But the idea I could be the first hot take for Fruit Ninja Frenzy Force, because no one else is gonna bother, is something I appreciate, and I think I'll appreciate it even more if I upload it and find out that I'm like the 10th hot take, or the 100th, or even I think the 2nd might be the funniest, but it's still funny no matter what number it is, even if it's completely unremarkable, which is its own level of funny. So, no matter what happens here, this is the opposite of the Aliens vs Predator situation. I win. Whoever wins, I win. Which wasn't true in Aliens vs Predator, because I'll always bet on xenomorphs. Because they're cooler and better than Predators. Ironically, I consider Jason better than Freddy, even though Predators have masks and Jason has a mask. But the two masked characters are opposite. It goes vice versa. Vice versa, the first time I ever heard that term was on a little game, a little plastic ball game. Now, some of you might be too young. I don't know if they still do these for kids, but there are all sorts of these little plastic games. Maybe I'll do a series on them at one point. Some of them you could fill with water and you just press a button and an air would push a ball and it would go and catch in a thing. Some of them would just like tilt a thing. There were like pegs or holes and you have to tilt to get a little ball in the thing. And one of them, the rules on the back, it said do it like this or vice versa, and I had no idea what that term meant. And I thought it was really cool sounding, vice versa. It's got V in it, you know, and alliteration. And then I just found that it just meant, you know, vice versa, basically. It's one of those words that I know what it means, but when it comes time to define it, no, I couldn't really tell you. Like, it's an opposite thing. I'm not good at the definition. I know what it means. I can use it in the context of the thing, you know. But I faltered when it came to providing the definition of it, which is just as much on you as the listener as it is on me, for some reason. I think the main reason is if you're still listening to this by this point, then you should do something else. I'm going to play Dark Souls. Been replaying Dark Souls recently, getting into the DLC, which I never had time to do. Oh, actually, no, I've got to play a game I can't talk about yet.
Or the fact
Alright, go do that.
there's still some guy in that barrel.